Marco and all everyone who participating in the organization of this amazing program or amazing uh, experience for all the students and participants. And I shared here three images just to illustrate um, some talks that I gave to medical students and uh, just to illustrate that I really like to do that, and I'm very pleased to be here and to talk with you guys and also to share my experience. I'm just starting my career, but everything that I have been done till now, I will try to share to illustrate here with you. Um, right now, as Christy introduced, uh, I am the research fellow here uh, with working with Dr. Ben Shalom at Lenox Hill uh, Hospital. And I just introduced it, wrote here some of the things that I did because it will be of context when we go to the next uh, slide. So I did my medical school in Brazil and I finished it. Like I graduated in June 2023. I I have been participating in Brazil. We have the Federal Council of Medicine, and I have been since then, since I finished my medical graduation, I have been participating in the Commission for Medical Humanities. Um, Also, I'm collaborating as external collaborator in the Global Neurosurgery Lab from Harvard. It has been like amazing experience also. And I'm the former president of the Brazilian Medical Association and the Brazil Plastic Surgery Academic Association in Brazil. Uh, but about all those things, the thing that I'm very glad and I am most proud, like proud of me, and this was the biggest achievement in my professional career, and my also in my some of the biggest of my life is that now I am official research fellow working uh, and full research fellow for Dr. Ben Shalom. So today I will try to just Chris, can you let me know how much time do I have just to prepare everything because now Dr. Michelon is here, right?
Yeah, you guys have a basically an hour block. We usually leave about like 10 minutes for questions at the end though.
Okay. So today I will try to share how did I started, share my journey, and in few words, in the end, I will try to share my perspective on how medical students could get success when trying to do something like I'm doing now, like till now. And here is some pictures illustrating in the left. You can see here the city that I was born in Brazil. It's a small countryside city in São Paulo, the state of São Paulo, but it's a very small city. What is called São João da Boa Vista. This city is recognized by having wonderful sunsets. And I grew up fishing, riding horse, and playing tennis. It was a very, very good childhood and very nice youth times. Uh, After finish like my high school, I started veterinary medicine in 2011 in the city that I was born. The initial goal was also always was medicine, human medicine, but at this time I was very young. I was 17 years old, and my mom didn't allow me to go to move to study. And then there we have one of the oldest veterinary medicine universities in Latin America, in this city, and I started this graduation there. I love animals, and uh, as I said, I grew up riding horse. I did more than 10 courses on rational horse training, like how to um, how to really uh, teach the horses how to do things without force. And going to the veterinary medicine experience, I put those two pictures to illustrate two very uh, two different two different scenarios. And I worked and I studied since like doing weird things like this left picture showing that we are doing a transrectal ultrasound. It was an emergency, and for obstetric purpose, like obstetric diagnosis. And also I participate in experimental research, experimental studies with rats in the lab. At this time, it was every student was obligated to do a real study, like a real experiment to finish the graduation. And I did a randomized. This was the study that I like to conclude my graduation in veterinary medicine, and I did a randomized experimental study on 320 calls, investigating two different protocols for insemination. And here is a picture showing me and the dean of this university. This is a few years ago, like a few time ago. They invited me to go there to start a project on research and as a doctor now, but using veterinary medicine and also the medicine, the human medicine together. And then in 2016, I went to Sao Paulo. This is the biggest city in Latin America. Uh, and I started the medicine there. Those are some pictures illustrating some of the experience that I had during the medical school. We did many events. I was like, since I started doing some working on some leadership positions. Like I was the president of the students committee of the school, and we did big congress, and we did several scientific events. And this was the biggest one that we did. We had 2,000 medical students in person participating in a 3-day congress. I was the president of this congress. Here's some pictures illustrating my interest and experience and in the surgical field. Since I started, um, like to illustrate, in the first year of my medical school, I started shadowing a general surgeon in a hospital there, and I spent like 2 or 3 years going almost every weekend, sleeping there and like joining the surgeries with him. In the right picture here, in the right one, it's showing an amazing experience that I had, that in the COVID time, my university built COVID dedicated UTI with 200 beds, only focusing on very challenging cases. And I had the opportunity to spend 3 months like immersed there and doing everything with the medical team, because it was like most it was like a war scenario, right? It was hard for everyone in the world, and also it was hard for us in São Paulo. And this was an amazing experience. Also, in the time that I was in the medical school, I was very interested in medical education in general. And I started participating in activities with the Brazilian Association of Medical Students, and then I became the president of this association. And at this time, those pictures illustrate some of the meetings that I had with with leaders in um, educational minister and also the health minister. In this picture here, when I am showing the document to this guy was the health minister in the time that I was in the medical school, and I wrote um, like a list and explanation of the essential changes or essential or the most fragile aspects of medical education in Brazil that we would like to change and to propose change. And here in the right is this is a senator, and he is the president of the health subjects in the Congress. So more pictures illustrated in my medical school. We did many things, participating in many discussions regarding medical education. And this is the first thing that I would like to emphasize that changed my life. I'm started being mentored by this professor, Professor Lidia Masako Ferreira. She is a researcher, she's a plastic surgeon, uh, chair and head of the, I guess, in my perspective, the most notable plastic surgery division in America, Latin America, and uh, with more than 700 papers, more than 10K citations on ResearchGate. And I learned a lot with her. And she started like putting me to go further and to go to really dedicate my career to aim to the top. And I wrote this phrase for her when I finished my medical school, and I would like to read it here for you guys. So I wrote it for her. So I wrote like, the value of a good teacher is invaluable. A good student who finds a good teacher finds more than knowledge. Such a student finds life, happiness, and the possibility to change their life and the world for better. Um, those are some pictures illustrating all the experience that I had with her. I'm still working with her in some projects. I started my master degree when I was there. These are some pictures of the rat here showing the experimental study that we did. And she is a plastic surgeon focused on facial surgery, like also reconstruction, craniofacial surgery, and not focused like on neuroplastic, but focused on craniofacial reconstruction. And I learned a lot with her, and I'm very grateful. And I'm like, I would spend all the presentation showing everything that I learned with her. This was my first publication as a first author, and with her mentoring and guidance, and we wrote a it was a reporting guideline. And then she also sent me to United States to spend some time with Dr. Oscar Ramirez. He's a plastic surgeon, and this guy, he's also a professor. He published the most cited paper in plastic surgery with, I guess, more than almost 2,000 citations regarding the component separation, the method for closure of big abdominal defects. And I went there 3 times, and I joined surgeries with him throughout my medical school graduation. At this time, so when I was in the last month of my medical school in Brazil, I needed to decide what I would do with my life. And at this time, my wife, I had my wife, my son, and this is a picture from yesterday in the right bottom part from yesterday. She is pregnant again, and we are raising one more boy. and she is an American citizen, so I decided to move to United States with her to allow our son and our family to aiming for a better life here in the United States. The most important thing, like what guided my decision to come here, was my family, like planning for them. And then I met this amazing doctor, Christian Ferreira. He will be also here today. And I started publishing many papers together. And this was the first one that we published together. And he opened a lot of new perspectives for me. And also, at this time, as I decided to come here, I started working hard. Like right now, I have more than 100 full articles published, but at this time it was not like this. I was starting, and so I decided to really start working very hard. And I published other papers. I published with Dr. Lawton, um, and then Christian connected me with Professor Yafo Serul, also here from the Lenox Hill Neurosurgery Department. And we started publishing together. And after some papers publishing, um, I started working with him as his research fellow, and I worked for him from May 2024 to December 2024, and we published more than 20 papers together. This was another time that my life changed when I started working with Dr. Professor Yafo Serul. As you guys can see, ever like when things changed in my professional career was every time related with someone. It's like always related with people, with the human aspect of the life. Here showing some presentations that we did. We presented many abstracts in several conference and congress, and the this research fellow with Dr. Yafo Serul culminated in this publication that is, in my perspective, the most important paper that I had the opportunity to work. And we published the biggest cohort in this new and very advanced treatment for glioblastoma. Also with Dr. Bukvar. And then all those things allowed me to start where I am now. And I would say that now working with Dr. Benchalon is the biggest achievement of my professional life, and everything only happened because of like working hard and working with people that helped me. Christian connected me with Yafo Serul, and then I worked hard with Yafo Serul, and then Professor Yafo connected me with Dr. Benchalon. And here in the left bottom picture, you can see the first craniotomy that I did. It was like in the first week that I started here. It's a craniotomy, right? Just in the model. But Dr. Benchalon is teaching me so many things and different aspects of my career, and also has been a mentor for life, and also in very several aspects of life. And this has been amazing experience for me. Here another picture showing this was one day that I went to the Feinstein Medical Institute through the research fellowship here with Dr. Benchalon. I'm participating in activities, research activities and experiments, and like doing big things there. And I'm very happy with that. Here we presenting some of our studies in a conference. Um, Also here more pictures showing we presenting more of our studies. And this is one research that we received an award. Um, and I'm very happy. Like it is, I have no words to describe or to, I would spend all the day saying how I am glad and happy and grateful for this opportunity to work with someone like Dr. Ben Shalom. And here also, this year I had the opportunity to participate in the third annual Neuroplastic and the Reconstructive Surgery Symposium, and also helped organizing it. And this is a picture showing it. This was an amazing event. We are looking forward for the fourth one next year. And what I would like to share and emphasize that here at Lenox Hill in general, Lenox Hill Neurosurgery Department, this is an amazing place, and I'm very happy to be there here. Um, this picture is was one day that no one was thinking about to come with the same clothes, but everyone came using like matching clothes, and then it turned into a picture and then a post in the LinkedIn. So this place is really amazing because I would like to emphasize that what I see, and I also see a lot of people, everyone that comes here, they always say about that. Here, everyone is aiming at the top, everyone doing everything with excellence, trying to deliver the best for the patients, but always also with good vibes and happiness and a good environment that it's really outstanding for me because sometimes it's not like this in different places. And this is a picture showing my family in Brazil, my family here, my boys, me and my son playing. I play bassoon at the church. My son pretends that he was a violin player, and nothing would be possible without my family. So they are like they are everything for me, and this is also important in the research productivity and everything, and that's why I'm showing them here. I'm almost going to finish my presentation. Then I would like to share some of my perspective and also some statements that I guess that would be helpful for the students that are here. So this is a statement from William Osler, a very known doctor, but that in my perspective makes a lot of sense. It was wrote like 100 years ago and more than 100, and still this makes this is something that I in my perspective, my way of my view of medicine. So he says the practice of medicine is an art, not a trade, a calling, not a business, a calling in which your heart will be exercised equally with your head. And here, one more statement that I would like to share with you guys. So this is a Brazilian philosopher that he has many students, and he states he wrote this for his students. He said, promise yourselves to be strong, well-structured personalities, serene in the midst of the storm, ready to overcome all obstacles. Promise to be, like to be, and not just to ask, obtain, feel, or enjoy. And coming from the last slides, this is something that everyone knows. This would be also like repeating what everyone says. You need to achieve success. You need hard skills. You need soft skills. But but I will not go over this because this is available. Everyone can learn about those things. But I will put a but here in this because it's different from learning genuinely and using hard and soft skills genuinely than instrumentalizing soft skills and hard skills. And I will read another statement that will illustrate this. So this is from Sir Roger Scruton, this is a British philosopher, that he says, people will obtain education only if they desire it for its own sake, but they will achieve much more than that. They will acquire the ability to communicate, to persuade, to attract, and to dominate. In any social arrangement, such capacities will be advantages, but education can never be pursued solely as a means to them, even if they are its natural consequence. So this is, I guess, that the main message that to achieve success, I guess that one student or me and my life, I'm trying to do that. We need to incorporate the skills, but really incorporate, not to instrumentalize it just for a professional achievement. Because as the statement from Professor Olavo de Carvalho, he said, you should promise to be. So in that case, I guess that it works better, because if you are what you are doing, things will work. It will be appraised in every place in the world. But instrumentalizing, you start to open space for things not working really well. So thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very happy to I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Yuri, for your presentation. Dr. Ben Shalom, did you have anything that you wanted to present, or should we can just go ahead
I
and
just want to share that, I'll just say that, Marcio, thank you for this amazing talk, and congratulations on your amazing achievements. Every time that I hear you speak and know more about your story, I'm inspired. So I really appreciate your, your kind openness and allowing everybody to know your personal story. I think that one thing that's should add here to the audience is find good mentors. And I always speak about my mentors, as Dr. Ferreira spoke about his mentors. Mentors can be anybody that you would appreciate your thoughts, advice, and actions, both in the professional and in personal life. And mentors can be one, can be many, can be different in any aspect of life. This is also my recommendations. One quote that I like, if I've seen further, is by the standing of the shoulder of giants, and every generation has giants that we can definitely learn from. So my my recommendations to each and every one of you that want to pursue international career in whatever it is, always find good mentors. They will lead you the way. They will help you to make less mistakes and will inspire you to pursue a higher goal than who you really are. I'll end by that, and we'll let Marcio answer any questions that the audience has. Congratulations. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Ben Shalom. So we can go ahead and go into some questions. We kind of talked about, finding mentors, as that's very vital. A lot of our students had questions about how you could go about that and how do you reach out to US doctors, for research, or, to find that mentorship.
Yeah. So is it a question? So should I answer about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, like if you search in Google, or if you start like with these groups that are focused on how to reach out, or how to obtain, or how to have a mentor in United States, you will find a lot of like repeating guidance and tips that, okay, they can work. They can work. I agree that they work. But in the same spirit, or in the same context that I introduced those last slides of my presentation, in my point of view, you should really be, you should be really incorporate skills that would be of interest of people. You need to have it. If you are not of interest, it will be hard. You will not find. But if you incorporate soft skills, hard skills, really incorporate, like genuinely, not instrumentalizing, because it's easy to see when someone is just instrumentalizing things for it's good also, it's okay to instrumentalize some of the skills, but this doesn't make a person with a, a higher case P, like a person, really. So to do that, you need to incorporate those skills. And you start, a good way to start doing that and showing yourself is doing research, reviews, systematic reviews, meta-analysis. And for every student that asks me, how can I reach out with someone? I would say, first, you do something great, do a meta-analysis, a very nice meta-analysis that would be of interest of this mentor, and then you go there. Then you show, you invite him to be your mentor or your senior author. If it's good, it's a different way to introduce yourself. It's a different way because you are adding value. You really are something, not just asking, not just, okay, I want someone to teach me. Okay, everyone wants. But what I guess that would differ to achieve success from those ones who are trying and sending emails to everyone is that you should incorporate these skills and then show that you have it, because it will be appraisable for in every place in the world.
Yeah, for sure. So there was another question kind of talking about how for competitive specialties like neurosurgery, how important is it to have US based research compared to home country research?
Yeah, I am still in the process, like I'm building my career, right? I'm just starting. So I will share my opinion, but this is opinion. I'm not like one with more experience. It would be better to state those things, or maybe a chair, or maybe so. In my point of view, what you need is to to have a CV, but not words, not a paper. You have to have a CV that will be appraisable. You can make it doing home country research. You can do it doing in the United States, but research is global. When you do a meta-analysis, you meta-analyze studies from China, from the United States, from every place in the world. So the same methodology, the same. So it's better if you are doing research on your country. It's better to start globalizing it, like doing things that will be impactful worldwide, and you can do it. You can do it. I guess that studies focus on in the city or uh, in the country also would be great, because you show that you are able to analyze nationally something. That's great. But both things are great. But you need you need to do research, to do nice relationship with people, and then you cannot do good relationship. You will not be known if you are doing only like national focused studies. But it can be, you can do a big study, like experimental in rats, that you discover something great. You can do it, or it doesn't matter the place.
Yeah, another student asked, what was the biggest challenge you faced as an international applicant and how did you overcome it?
To be honest, to be honest, yeah, to be honest, I guess that as an IMG, it's not it's not now my situation, because as my wife is American citizen, I have like the green card, and I'm able to be here. Like And I guess that the hardest thing that's sometimes can be a big challenge is the immigratory status, because all other things, look, other people would answer differently that, but all other things are very doable. You can do it. You can do it. It's just to sit, dedicate, learn, incorporate skills, and boom, you do. You don't like, but so, some hospitals or some universities, they don't accept like people without green card. This is a challenge. Some accept, and those ones that are focusing like as an IMG application. I know a lot of people that did that. It's not impossible. It's doable also, but it's like the thing that I guess that it's most the thing that most impact or most challenge, because all other things you can do. It's hard, of course, it's hard, but you can do.
For sure. Another question, kind of asking about maybe some insight into how students can reach out about research and topics that they may be interested when they're trying to get those opportunities. Maybe you can kind of talk about ways to approach that and approach someone to help with their project.
Look, other people would answer it different, okay? But in my view, you should do the research and come up with the solution and just ask, this is what I did. Could you review that? In that way, you add value. If you like, oh, can you guide me how to conduct a systematic review? Come on, nobody has time to do that. And systematic reviews you can learn in the internet. If you didn't learn by yourself, why? This is a reason. You okay? We've got, everyone needs guidance. I don't want to be like tough and say like uh, uh, everyone needs guidance. I had guidance. That's why I achieved something. Some like this big, like in my perspective, big achievements in my professional career. But we must be proactive, and we must do things. We must learn and then come up with solutions. Systematic reviews, meta-analysis, and there are all there are materials and videos and course online. Why medical students that are dreaming to come to the United States don't go there and just learn. Just learn. Don't ask for instruction. Don't ask for come with the solution. I guess that this is the way that will work. I guess like this is my perspective. Other people would answer it different. But yes, go find the solutions and come up with solutions, come up with good works done. Okay, you can ask for instructions, but like, oh, okay, in the clinical perspective, what are our thoughts on that? But not with something that's available in the internet, not something that's available in PubMed, because those things are available. When you ask for things that are already available, you are saying, okay, I am not really good in making me updated as enough to stay in the top without asking. We should do that. We should be on the top. Like this is a ideal world. Okay, I don't do it. It's impossible to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I always do make questions that are really that sometimes I think, oh, why I asked that? I would not. I didn't need to ask that. I could go in the PubMed and study, but yeah, this is a way that I think to stay updated on the top and then come up with solutions.
Yeah. So maybe something else that I know our brain turns are always curious about is what do you feel like was the biggest thing that you've learned in your career so far?
So I haven't never thought about that, but yeah, the biggest thing that I learned. I guess that in my career, as I am dedicating myself and I'm growing as a person, growing as a human. And this is the thing that I am like the most biggest achievement that I think because uh, this is the goal, right? Not the life is not only research, the life is not only operating, not just neurosurgery or something like that. It's a package of things, right? Package of things. And my goal in life is to excel in everything, as a parent, as a husband, as a friend for my friends, as a like as a colleague in the work and everything. So when you strive yourself in something like hard, I guess that you face challenge and you learn how to deal with the challenge, and then you start to grow in your background and your skills, and you turn into a better person. I guess that this is the goal of the education, because otherwise education is instrumentalized to like a monetary goal. I don't think that this is something that we can do better. We can search for the monetary results. Of course, it's understandable, and I do it, but it should not be like the end point. The end point should be growing as a person and everything. So the biggest achievement, if you say like in professional life, the biggest achievement is working with Dr. Ben Shalom. He's like he said about mentorship. I would not wish a better mentor for me. Yeah, no, I would not wish. Uh, but in this case, professional. But think about all the aspects of the life. We need to like approach this in that way that I discussed.
There's a question kind of talking about wondering what maybe you may be currently working on, or maybe future things that you want to work on. So kind of just talking about that.
Hmm. Yeah, I have some dreams. And in my dreams, I am like doing service as Dr. Rain Shalom does with his skills. I'm doing all the things that he does. Uh, and also I would in these dreams I would be with a big lab with 1,000 rats to test whatever comes to my mind. But those are dreams, right? Yeah, and also with cadavers to test a lot of new approach, and uh, yeah, that would be things that I would do. I would like to do in the future, to be like a good attending, like delivering uh, value to the patients, improve their life, like Dr. Ben Shalom does, and um, researching in a big lab with like a lot of people together and testing a lot of things, and also doing clinical research, like trying to change the future of treatments of things that are not really well addressed now.
Yeah, for sure. Another person kind of asked about if you prioritized clinical electives or research electives. I think kind of maybe they're talking about clinical versus like just traditional wet lab research. Maybe you can kind of talk about that experience and the difference between the two.
My God, as I said regarding the medical education, medical education is based on three things, right? The technical aspect, the human aspect, and also the scientific aspect. So I guess that we cannot focus on only one thing. Throughout the medical school, throughout the learning process, we need to focus and excel on the three, because it will impact all. one of these aspects impact the another one. And I would say that sometimes you need to focus on research. Right now I'm focusing on research, but there are a lot of things that I would like to focus also, but not now. So prioritizing, uh, because one must plan short terms, medium terms, and long terms goals. But always in mind that medicine, you need those three aspects, right? Those three aspects. For an IMG, now I would say that the research is very important. So spend a lot of time on research. Spend, but you need to be sure that you are good to relate with the patients, like you are good with person, and you can do it with your friend. You can be like, you can be like a doctor for everyone that is around you. Yeah, so you can practice those skills with people trying to be a better person. I guess that is related. I guess that there is also a statement from Ozer that he says that it's important. No, I don't know if it was Ozer, but there is a statement that came to my mind that you cannot be a better physician than you are as a person. It's impossible. It's like it will go together. So in that case, we must focus on everything, but we focus on like achieving the short-term goals.
Yeah, so we're kind of getting towards the end of our time. So maybe we could kind of, the last question can kind of be talking about what your biggest advice for our brain turns may be, or maybe just something that you want to leave them with.
My biggest advice would be like, there are some advice that will be all together. Okay, did you see that I like things together? So unity, not like instrumentalization of things, but you need to really work hard. You need to be on the top. Look, I this is something that I is also always in my mind, because I, as an IMG, I was in a medical education scenario that we were learning outdated. In Brazil, we learn outdated. This is one of the discussions that we have now in the parliament, in the Congress, trying to change things in Brazil. But when I noted that, it was my mentor in Brazil that said to me, look, you need to learn what people in Harvard, at Johns Hopkins, the biggest centers are learning. You don't have to compare, like not comparing for competition, but you should not compare you with your friends at your school. You should, I'm at the top. What are the medical students at Harvard in the first year of medical school doing about technical aspect, about human aspect? And then you can find, as you can choose mentors for professional, for life, for everything in life, you can choose also what will be your reference for scientific aspect, for technical aspect, for human aspect. You can choose those things. And then you must focus on the top of all those things, trying to create a unit, and then it will be complete. So I guess that this would be my advice. But without working hard, it's impossible. It's impossible. It's really working hard, really working hard. And sometimes you need to do things that no one is doing, like waking up very soon, very early, and then sleeping. Maybe it's not an advice because you need to sleep good time in the night, but sometimes you will not have time to to sleep as you want, but you need to be sharp and go and do what you have to do, but working hard.
That was really great advice and,
Hmm.
something to keep in mind for.
But look, I am just starting, so it's like maybe in 10 years or 15 years I would be a better advisor.
No,
I'm
that was some
pretty
great
sure that I will be. I hope to be.
No, it was great advice. But thank you so much for joining us today, and just taking time out of your schedule to be with us. I definitely enjoyed your talk. I know our brain turns did too. Brain turns, if we can just say thank you to Dr. Yuri. We really appreciate you taking time to just come talk to our students.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm very grateful to be here. As I said, since I started medical school, I am very interested in medical education, and aiming to put things on the top. Like, so if I will study, let's study what is the most advanced thing that humanity did. I will not study outdated things. I will go on the top. So I like to have those opportunities with medical students because I try to share this point of view, and I have many students that are working like with me now, and they are doing well. They are doing well in this way of sense, and also all the students that follow those guidance from my mentor in Brazil, they are doing great. So I guess it's a good thing to share, and I'm very happy to share. And yeah, I'm available for everything that I could be used for, helpful. I'm thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Everyone saying thank you, and what a wonderful presentation that was. So thank you so much again. All right, Bree.